So, it's raining outside. Nothing better to do than talk about what I'd throw if it wasn't raining. Hope you enjoy. So, just like pond fishing, I'd like to just put this out there. You can catch so many bass pond fishing. Don't think you just have to have a boat to catch fish. You can catch so many bass off the bank. I mean, honestly, if I were to decide whether to have a boat or fish off the bank to begin with, I definitely want to fish off the bank because you just get so much more experience off the bank. You get to know what the fish everywhere are doing. You just get to know everything. So, just a little information about what I see whenever I get up to the pond, what I think, the first thing I'll pick up and throw out there. So, let's just jump right into it. So the first thing I'm going to throw when I get out there, if I see them that they're hitting top water, there's so many, the only way you can know if they're hitting top water, if there's disturbances, if you have lily pads around, I definitely throw this. Just anytime you see, just on a clear, crystal clear lake, you're just gonna, anytime you see disturbances on the water, you're gonna want to pick up this. This is a Spro Poppin' Frog. I like the Poppin' Frogs because you can make a lot of disturbances, but at the same time, you can make very little disturbances with this by just walking the dog, just throw it up on those lily pads, just pull them right off. Around the banks, definitely, they like this in the morning time, so definitely like that. Next thing, whenever I get there, I'll pick up, if I see that they're not hitting top water, I was just a little late for the top water bite, I'm going to pick up a chatterbait. I definitely really like chatterbaits just because they're so easy to throw. Whenever I get there, I'm definitely going to just try to cast them down the bank, just get those fish that are pushed up near the bank, catch them off, and then once I figure out what they're doing, I can change to whatever bait is the best presentation for them. Chatterbaits are good for more open water. I don't like them as much for grassy situations and grass and cover. I definitely would rather pick up the spinnerbait. See, I like the spinnerbait in white always, just because the white color really helps the bass see it, and when you're fishing a lake with a pond with shad in it, this is definitely the way to go. Because if you're fishing something that they don't even have in that lake, they're gonna be like, wait, what is this? So yeah, I definitely suggest the white spinnerbait. Maybe even dip that in some chartreuse. And then the next thing I'll pick up, if they seem like they're still at the top, but they're not exactly near the bank, I'm gonna pick up the lipless crankbait. I love these things. I could throw this at any time of the year and catch fish. I love them. Like, I could fish these all day if I didn't think about it. I definitely like the shad color. My shad colors are outside, but I figured I'd just use this one for an example. Just throw whatever is in that pond. I'm going to emphasize that all I can. Whatever you see is in that pond that they're feeding on, definitely throw that. Like if you see they have the pink lips, throw the red type because it imitates a crawfish. If you see that their teeth are very sharp still, throw throw the shad colored ones because those will catch them. They know that they're feeding on those things. That's what they're going to be looking for. So the next thing I'd pick up, if they are not exactly biting those things, I would pick up the paddle tail swim bait. I love these things whenever the bass are a little less in the mood to chase for fish, because you can imitate these things to do whatever you want. They can be dying bait fish. That is my favorite presentation. I will throw it all day, just dying bait fish. And how you do that is you just reel it in quick and then just let it sink. Reel it in quick and then let it sink. It really does work. It works a lot. And this is the Yamamoto Hardtail swim bait. I definitely like to throw this on a 5/0 hook, just weightless. It'll get the job done. So the next thing I like to throw is gonna be a Texas rig. I love throwing the Vilecraw on a Texas rig just because it has those tails that just flap so much. It's not even funny how much these things flap. Like, so much disturbance in the water. It's just crazy. And then the next thing I'm gonna throw, if that is not working, I'm gonna throw a lizard. Just because it's so much like a creature that they could just, like, they will just straight up catch fish. Especially if you put it on a Carolina rig, you can just, like, the fish will be attracted to it with the bead and the weight knocking into each other, and then they'll see this lizard right there and they will just go after it. So then if that is not working, which is really rare, and that's probably when it is very hot outside, very hot, the fish are looking for oxygen, they're going towards the deeper water, looking for cooler water, I'm definitely gonna throw it on a drop shot. I'm gonna throw a watermelon trickworm on the drop shot. I love these things. I could fish them all day. I mean, I could fish a lot of things all day if you haven't noticed, but I love these. Like, drop shot fishing is probably my favorite type of fishing, just because it's almost no work for you to catch the fish. You just let it sit on the bottom. It'll sit right here. Just jig it a couple times, and the tail will just wag. And whenever you see that happening, whenever the fish see that happening, they just can't resist. They'll go after it. They will chomp this thing down in an instant. Definitely love fishing with these things. And then last but not least, if none of those things are working, definitely throw a Senko. Senkos are amazing. They're probably my favorite, not my favorite thing to throw, but after this video, probably like 5th favorite thing, because I've said that like a ton. But they're one of my favorite things to throw. I love to just 1/0 hook, wacky rig it, and just twitch it like all the time. You will catch fish if you do that. Even if you do not get anything from any of this stuff I'm saying, fish a Senko in ponds. They just straight up work. Alright, so that's the end of this part of the video. I hope you learned a couple things new about pond fishing. Just remember to like and subscribe to this channel. Thank you for watching, and just a little information, in about a week I'm going to be going to North Carolina. You might have seen Connor in the last video of mine. He was the one that landed my fish on the last clip. He's probably going to be coming with me, so thanks for watching and have a nice day. I just realized I forgot to say something. If any of you guys want to see us make a video about anything you guys are wondering about, just comment it down below. We'll definitely see your comment. We'll try to make that video as soon as possible. So thanks